Welcome back, Swifties. Today, I'm continuing with the Long Pond sessions. Exile.
I only wish our other two co-writers were here. Justin
Who?
Vernon and William Bowery.
Justin is one of the greatest ever. William, I never got to meet.
There's been a lot of discussion about William Bowery and his identity.
It's a lovely setting, isn't it, this studio? Whose studio is it? It's one of these guys, is it belongs to? Somebody did say in the comments, but I've forgotten. But what a great place to be creative in. Matters, doesn't it? Your energies, your surroundings. Everything affects you, doesn't it? Maybe we like to think sometimes it doesn't, but it does. So, yeah, clean your room and that.
Is one of the greatest ever. William, I never got to meet.
There's been a lot of discussion about William Bowery and his identity, because it's not a real person.
It's not?
Jack,
I'm doing a bit.
the bit, that would have gone on forever.
What?
Who?
When?
So, William Bowery is Joe, as we know. And Joe plays piano beautifully, and he's always just playing and making things up and kind of creating things. And Exile was crazy because Joe had written that entire piano part, that dun 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 dun, and it was singing the Bon Iver part, that I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your
Jesus.
body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all. And
Lyrics too?
Yeah, he was just singing it
Jesus.
the way that the whole first verse is.
Wow.
And so I was entranced and asked if...
That's cool, isn't it? Some things just do come out, don't they? I mean, as a writer anyway, just some things just do come out almost fully formed. I know Noel Gallagher says those are often the best ones, the ones that come quickly, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but I haven't heard the song yet, of course, but just some of the vibes after that, it's given me sort of, I don't know, New York vibes for some reason. Maybe even Billy Joel is reminding me of that kind of storytelling that he does. Does anybody know? Well, Piano Man's great, isn't it? And Always a Woman. Just a great storyteller as a songwriter, anyway.
Singing the Bon Iver part, that I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your
Jesus.
body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all. And
Lyrics too?
Yeah, he was just singing it
Jesus.
the way that the whole first verse is.
Wow.
And so I was entranced and asked if we could keep writing that one. And it was pretty obvious that it should be a duet, because he's got such a low voice and it sounded really good sung down there and in that register. And then we're really, really, really big Bon Iver fans, and
So cool.
we know that Aaron knows him. But I was too afraid to suggest it. But I just, when I sent it to Aaron, I was like, this is hopefully a duet. I don't know who with. Who would it be with? Who do you think would be good with this? And Aaron was like, I think Justin would love this.
And you're like,
I was
really?
like,
Okay, that could be interesting.
I couldn't say it. I couldn't say
Really?
it.
Is that really what happened?
No, I couldn't say it with words, because if I would have said it and he would have gone to Justin and Justin would have said no, it would have hurt too much.
Interesting.
And when we talked about it, I was like, I think he's gonna be really inspired by this. And then we sent it to him, and he was. And then the process of working on it, and what he sent back, and he wrote, like, you didn't ask him to write anything, but he wrote this, like.
He wrote this amazing bridge. He wrote, so step right out, there is no amount, and like that whole.
Some of you have mentioned in the comments that Taylor is sort of famous for bridges, and I'm not sure if in the UK, I think we call the bridge something else. So in a standard sort of setup, you might have, we have verse, bridge, chorus, and some variation of that being repeated, and then at some point we'll have what's called a middle eight. But I think in the US, you guys say verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge. So if I'm correct in thinking that, then the bridge is what I would call the middle eight. And they are so important to great songs, I think. And I can tell you right now, my favourite middle eight bridge ever is In Something by the Beatles. You know that, you're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. Just, man, just the power of that, you know. The lift, the change in energy. I mean, that's just a brilliant, beautiful, beautiful song, isn't it? But yeah, they are very important, these bridges, middle eights. Well, let me know if I'm correct about that.
Whole bit. I kept thinking this isn't really going to happen. Like, Justin is going to change his mind about this because this isn't a part of my reality. There's no way that this is going to happen. He's gonna record the vocals and then decide he doesn't want to be on the record, and then that just never happened. Like, he just is on the album, and he's just the coolest, and that's what's happening.
Cool. Right, let's get into the song. Now, I don't really know much about Bon Iver. I've got a friend, or maybe even a couple of friends, who used to rave about them back in the day. I guess I would have been familiar with their stuff. They're like a sort of vocal group, famous for like the harmonies, and is it kind of operatic in style, perhaps? I don't know. Fill me in if you don't mind. That'd be great. Oh, that guitar sounds lovely.
I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all. And it took you 5 whole minutes to pack us up and leave me with it, holding all this love out here in the hall.
It is beautiful again, isn't it, man? The New York vibes that I was getting is right. It's got the feel of, you know, Billy Joel, maybe not vocally, but in style perhaps. It's got like Leonard Cohen vibes of that deep vocal. And what's going on here with the split? Then he's recorded something for an album. I mean, the split visually, because of course he's not in the room. So, is this the bit that he's recorded for the album on his own, and then they're just putting this in with the live performance? And who's this guy on the piano? I know he was talking before. He's another one of the producers who was mentioned. I expect. But and what's the deal with the guy from Bon Iver with his what are they called? I don't want to say handkerchief, you know, but the thing cowboys wear. Stand and deliver.
Honey.
I missed the start. Let's just take it back to the beginning now.
I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all. And it took you 5 whole minutes to pack us up and leave me with it, holding all this love out here in the hall.
I'm a lyrics guy, you know, so I suppose that's why I'm going to probably dig a lot of Taylor stuff from what you've been saying. And I know this isn't a lyric of Taylor's, but just the picture that it paints, isn't it? It's amazing, the imagery, you know, just talking about a woman with laughing, but the joke's not funny. I mean, one thing it makes me, in a comedic sense, it makes me think of, you know, in Friends with Monica's fake work laugh. But on a more serious note, you know, it's it's tragic, isn't it? To have to pretend to be something you're not, or feel that you need to behave in certain ways around certain people.
I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. You're not my homeland anymore, so what am I defending now? You were my town, now I'm in exile seeing you out. I think I've seen this film before.
I can see you staring, honey, like he's just your understudy, like you'd get your knuckles bloody for me. Second, third, and 100th chances, balancing on breaking bridges. Those eyes add insult to injury.
Her voice just sounds beautiful, doesn't it? It's right up my street, man. I can't believe I'm waiting so long to delve in to Taylor and her singing. It's beautiful.
I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the ending. I'm not your problem anymore. So who am I offending now? You were my crown, now I'm in exile seeing you out. I think I've seen this film before, so I'm leaving out the side door.
The line that I know it's a repeated line quite a lot there. I think I've seen this film before. It's an important skill to develop, I think, isn't it? That throughout all of our lives, there are situations, behaviours, things that repeat in circles, secularly. But you've got the power to change it, You've got to break those patterns. Some are even generational, I guess, aren't they? But yeah, you can change it anytime you want. It's not easy, but it's necessary.
So step right out. There is no amount of crying I can do for
All this time,
we always walked a very thin line. You didn't even hear me out. You never gave no warning sign. All this time, I never learned to read your mind. I couldn't turn things around, 'cause you never gave no warning sign.
so many signs,
So many signs, so many signs.
you didn't even see the signs.
I think I've seen this film before.
It's easy to do, isn't it? I think it is ignore warning signs or red flags in relationships, in life, in all situations, man. But again, you just that's what you learn, I suppose, isn't it? Once bitten, twice shy, and all that. But you should always be brave enough for love, I suppose. To allow yourself to be vulnerable again. Thin line between bravery. So the thin line, isn't there, between bravery and stupidity, I suppose. This is some interesting stuff. The changes, the piano changes there reminded me of something.
You never gave no warning sign.
So many signs,
So many signs, so many signs.
And none of us are mind readers, are we, either? So communication in a relationship and openness is important.
before, and I didn't like the ending. You're not my homeland anymore. So what am I defending now? You were my town, now I'm in exile, seeing you out.
I think I've seen this film before, so I'm leaving out the side door.
So step right out.
Is this the bridge bit coming up now? I'll have to take it back a bit. I was just going to mention Taylor's vocal. It's such a nice mix, isn't it, of the low deepness alternating between that breathy. I don't know how to describe it better. I need to learn better words. Nice though, nice.
Defending now, you were my town, now I'm in exile, seeing you out.
I think I've seen this film before, so I'm leaving out the side door.
So step right out. There is no amount of crying I can do for
All this time,
you. We always walked a very thin line. You didn't even hear me out.
didn't even hear me
You never
out.
gave no warning
I
sign.
gave so many
All this
signs.
time, I never learned to read your
Never learned
mind.
to read my
I couldn't
mind.
turn things
Never
around.
turn things
You
around.
never gave no warning
I
sign.
gave so many
All this
signs. So many signs. So many signs.
They're nice bits, man. At the end, like the vocally, I'm a big fan of ahs and oohs. To convey an emotion that perhaps sometimes words cannot. Yeah, cool stuff, man. I think My Tears Ricochet is still, that's my number one so far for this. And so the singer guy is the guy at Bon Iver, right? I don't know how it's been mixed or treated, but does he use any sort of correction on his voice and that? I can't imagine that he would, but some people do it stylistically, don't they? I was just getting hints, of some manipulation. Whereas with Taylor's voice, I wasn't getting any of that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out some more. Thanks very much for all the subs and the comments and the likes and all that sort of stuff. It's cool stuff, man. And I'm going to continue with these Long Pond sessions for a little bit. I think this is me trying. I'm going to do next. So thanks very much, guys. Have a good week. Take care of yourself. I'll see you soon.